Welcome to Western Door Paranormal Study. My name is Tony Burtis, your host, and we're at Indian Falls in Corkview, New York. This is the perfect area for a complex psychedelic. Yeah, no doubt about that. Now, there's not just one, but there's actually two sets of ghosts that actually supposedly haunt this waterfall. Now, the one kind of dates back to the turn of the century. It's actually pretty simple story that sets up for a haunting. There was a man and a woman out here, and the husband actually fell into the waterfall behind me. Well, all was lost for him, and in despair, the wife, not wanting to go on without her husband, actually leapt into the waterfall after him. Not so much as a rescue attempt, but more of a suicide attempt. She just couldn't live without her husband. The other one is a little more modern, possibly in the 1920s, where two brothers drowned in the waterfall. So it's possible they jumped, and they were both jumped badly, and knocked themselves out and died at the base of the waterfall. Now, the paranormal activity is pretty much what you'd expect in a situation like this. You have full body apparitions are seen of the brothers and of the man and the woman. And you get orb, spirit photography, red lights are also picked up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a few static cams around here. I'm going to do some EMF tests. And we're going to see if we can actually pick up on the spirits of Indian Falls. So, in conclusion, do I think Indian Falls is haunted? Well, we didn't prove that there was a haunting, but we didn't disprove one either. Now, we were only there for a short period of time, and there was a lot of problems involved with this investigation that kind of showed itself during the footage, like EVPs and things like that. Were pretty much out of the question because I was dealing with rushing water and close quarters. So I had a few things that I thought might have been EVPs, but also there was a tavern up on the hill, and the voices and sounds of people there certainly could carry. So the voices that I did get, sadly, I had to throw out because in the paranormal world, when in doubt, you have to throw it out. Now, it was a daytime investigation. Now, this situation was pretty dangerous as it was. So doing an investigation here at night is also pretty much out of the question. Now, does this location set up for a haunting? Well, I believe it certainly does, based on the folklore and the stories involved. The couple dying and the brothers drowning. You're also dealing with rushing water. And anytime you have rushing water like that, water supposedly captures and traps spirits. So you can see where that could also lead to tales of a haunting. The area itself is actually rife for that. Does this debunk the stories of people seeing full body apparitions at the falls? Well, it most certainly does not. You can't go there in a situation like that one, not get any evidence, and then right away say, well, it's definitely not haunted, and that people were seeing something else besides full body apparitions. In this field, you really can't do that. Now, how do I feel about reports of people getting orbs, red lights, and all that sort of thing? Well, I took a lot of pictures, and pretty much all I got out of that was some really wonderful pictures of Indian Falls. Now, the people taking these photographs probably took them at night. And what happens if you're doing pictures of a waterfall at night, you're going to get for sure water orbs. And those orbs could definitely vary in color. So pretty much you would have had to throw out any pictures you get there anyway. Now, the road to Indian Falls, for me as a paranormal investigator, was also very precarious. There was no good trails or footpaths that I could use to get close enough to the falls. To get close to the falls, I had to actually skirt the bank, which half the time had rushing water, stones, ankle-deep water. I had to hang on to branches, so it's very, very hard to sit there for any given point in time and get a good, solid investigation that, as an investigator, I am certainly used to getting. So this was a case that I didn't get any evidence of the paranormal here. Now, did I feel the power of the place? I most certainly did. It almost a certain that the Indians felt this was a power place, and people are normally drawn to a place just like that one. Now, that all being said, it was a wonderful place to go and sit for the afternoon. There was a wonderful bar up high, and they did have a lot of good food, and so we pretty much made a picnic out of it while we were conducting the investigation. So, again, I can't throw out any of the claims about Indian Falls. You'd have to almost go several different times and take your chances at night, which I certainly would not recommend because it is very dangerous and is not by any means a small waterfall. You make the wrong move at night, you're going to go over that and you'll probably add to the hauntings, or if nothing else, add to the rich folklore of this place. Now, we come to the folklore. Once again, the stories are a man falls into the falls and despondent, his wife jumps in, not so much with the intent on saving him, but with the intent of joining him in death. Now, something like that definitely does set up for a wonderful haunted tale. And of course, the brothers that drowned probably at the base of the falls as a result of an errant dive into the falls also would certainly set up for a tale of a haunting. Now, tragedy like this, you have to understand, doesn't always mean haunting. So that all being said, I loved Indian Falls, I loved being there, and I loved shooting the video. So what we're going to end up with here is a wonderful video, some great paranormal folklore, and a place that I do recommend you safely visit. So when you're there, definitely keep your head on a swivel, be careful, don't take any unnecessary chances. You can certainly enjoy the vista of the waterfalls from the restaurant, or you can follow the small trail and go by the creek. And it was a great place to do water grounding. So nope, I didn't get any evidence this time, but there could easily be a follow-up. So Indian Falls, yes, it's a very wonderful place. Sadly, I couldn't prove it was haunted. So thank you for watching this video.